Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to set a teardrop in Allegro. We sometimes need to add teardrops to the PCB after the PCB is drawn. Then the main functions of adding teardrops are as follows. First, the smooth impedance during the signal transmission reduces the sharp jump of the impedance. Avoid reflection due to sudden decrease in line width during high-frequency signal transmission. Second, the welding time can protect the welding pad. Avoid pad peeling during multiple soldering. Cracks with uneven etching and perforation deviation can be avoided during production. Another point is to avoid the circuit board by a huge external force collision. The wire is disconnected from the welding pad or the contact point between the wire and the guide hole. In general, it is the purpose of adding teardrops. It is to increase the connection strength between the wire and the via hole and the wire and the pad. This increases manufacturability. But it should be noted that after adding teardrops to some high-speed wiring may cause impedance discontinuities. So adding teardrops is selective. We need to decide whether to add tears according to actual needs when making designs. Here's an example to show how to add teardrops. On the page is a bird file we have opened. Now we're going to add teardrops to this board in batches. First we select root in the menu bar. Then select the parameters option in gloss. Check fillet and tapered trace in the application window that pops up. Then click the option in front of it to enter the settings menu. There are some parameter settings in this window. We can customize it to our needs in this menu. Here is a brief introduction to some of the parameters. Dynamics in the first broad category, global options. It refers to dynamically adding teardrops. That is, when moving traces, it will automatically generate teardrops according to the parameters. It is not recommended to check the amount of data on the board, because this will affect the speed of the software. Allow DRC. This option will allow DRC generation. When teardrops are added, check off is usually not recommended here. We can do the overall DRC after the final PCB is completed. Unused nets refer to unused network addition options. We can decide this option according to the actual situation. Under the broad class of objects, we can choose the type of teardrop pad and size and so on. Generally, we can choose by default. It can also be specially adjusted according to the actual situation. In fillet options, we can set the parameters such as the size and angle of the teardrop. We can choose the pad via in this T-spot or all. You can set the angle of the teardrop below. Let's say it's 45 degrees. The maximum can be set to 90 degrees, so the tears are smoother. The minimum line width can be set to the actual minimum line width of the PCB. In tapered trace options, we can set a gradual change line. Add traces and line mutations to prevent or reduce line width changes. The effect of signal reflection due to sudden impedance changes. The angle and length can be adjusted through different parameters. We usually use the default settings. When the setup is complete, we click OK. Then click Gloss. At this time, the software will add teardrops to this PCB according to the parameters we just set. In this way, the tears are added. If we need to adjust the wiring after adding teardrops, then before adjusting, we need to delete the teardrops that have been added before. First click root in the menu bar. Then select delete teardrop in the teardrop or tapered trace option. Then use the left mouse button to box or click the object that needs to delete the teardrop. This will delete the teardrop of the object. After deleting it, we can modify it accordingly. After the modification is completed, if you still need to add tears, then we can add only partial teardrops. Select add teardrop in the teardrop or tapered trace option under the root menu bar. Then use the left mouse button to box or click the object you want to add the teardrop. In this way, teardrops can be added locally, as we said earlier. Whether it is the whole board addition or partial addition, or don't add teardrops, it should be decided according to actual needs. In this video, we share how to add teardrops. There are two ways. One is an overall addition and the other is a partial addition. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.